Want to accelerate your students' learning and help them retain information faster? Today, I'm revealing methods from turning your music students into fast learners. So if you are musicians or music educators and you wonder how to help your students or yourself learn faster and retain information, you are in the right place. And in this video, I'm going beyond visual or auditory and kinesthetic learning styles. I will introduce you to a powerful approach that speeds up learning and retention. First of all, we will dive deep into 6 learning styles, and later on I will show you the 5S method, which is super powerful. And I'm super grateful that you are on this channel. I'm Agros, and here I'm helping drum educators and musicians turn their passion into profitable business. In Poland, I run Drum Academy. We have 3 locations, over 200 students, and right now I'm really happy to combine my family life with love of my passion, which is music. And I have a great team of people, managers and teachers who operates without me at the Drum Academy that allowed me to spend so much time with my family. I have 2 small sons, so it was really important for me. And if you're looking for tips how to be a better music educator and how to turn your music passion into business, you are in the right place, because on this channel I'm sharing exactly this. You probably heard old mantra, I'm visual learner, or I learn best by listening. And we also have this kinesthetic type of learner, which is by doing. But what if I tell you that nowadays it's just not enough? These traditional methods are only half of the story, and how you as a music educator can transform your students' learning process by using other options. First, let's start with 6 learning styles to help your students learn faster. And for you, it gives you practical tools that you can use to reach this goal. So let's make it easy to understand. The first one is linguistic learning. So you use words, and it could be some students learn best by using words they like reading, writing, listening, and talking. So you can combine all of these elements in your learning styles. How? By giving them notepad and ask them to write something. Have the students write down their practice notes. Talk about drum techniques and rhythms, and let them explain in their own words what will they play and how can they play it. And record the lesson so the students can listen later, or you can have the students say the rhythm out loud while playing it. So like singing out loud is also super powerful, really practical to use this first style of learning. But of course it's more. The second one is visual learning, which is like seeing. You have to see something to learn. Visual learners do the best when they see what they are learning. So pictures, videos, like colors, everything that is visual will help your students get their goal and remember better. So the great ways is to show the different drums or rhythms, to use it in practical way. Use colors to mark important parts in the music notes. Show the students videos of drumming so they can see, demonstrate how to play it, so they can see what to do, how it looks like. Draw sections of the song so they can see the patterns, and maybe draw like some abstract things, like the first section will be a strawberry section, the second one will be a lemon section. So students will connect it to a different fruits, and then later on see these patterns in their imagination as well. And the first learning styles is by kinesthetic learning, so it's by doing. And these students need to move, and they learn by doing things. So have the students practice playing often, play along with the students, so they learn by doing. Let the students experiment and try new beats on their own, and do exercise that involve both hands and feet, like playing the drums, pedals, and sticks together. So they are doing all this exercise with you during learning period. The fourth one is interpersonal learning, which is that these students learn best through talking with others and working with others. So group lessons for those kind of students are the best options. If you don't have group lessons, if you organize workshops for this kind of students, they will love to attend, and they will love to, learn something with others, talk. Maybe you can create a Facebook group for your students so people can hang out over there and experience like what they are learning, how they are doing that. This is also great to make your school more as a, family, friend group of people, to not only be a school, but also a place that you meet great people, great friends for a lifetime. Organizing jam sessions, concert can be also a great way for this kind of people, this kind of learning personas to learn faster. And there's an opposite side, like intrapersonal learning, which is they learn best by themselves. They don't want to share their information with others. They need time to be alone with the thing that they want to learn. So maybe they will be shy to play it in front of you at the beginning, and they will need some time off. They just prefer working quietly. And for those kind of learners, we need to adapt as well. Give them some time to practice alone and think about how they set personal goals that students can work on by their own at home. The great ways for the students is to keep a journal or record their practice at home, so you can check it, you can track the progress, and it's super motivated for them. So they do the work by themselves, but you also are there to support them. And the 6 styles of learning, and we have a lot of students who have this movement music learning styles, which is these learners do best when they are moving or when there is like music background around them, so it's something going on. Of course, playing along with the students to the music or do exercise that involve like action and their body are moving, that would be a great way for them to learn faster. And these are 6 styles of learning, which are the extension of these 3 standards: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic way of learning that we know. And the best thing is that it's not that someone have just one style of learning. Be flexible, use different ways to teach based off what works best for the student. Mix it up, because every student is different, and try different methods and see what works with them. Of course, encourage students as well to figure out what helps them learn best. Check their progress regularly and adjust your teaching styles to help them grow. But there's something super powerful. 5S method, which stands for 5 sensors: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. And you can ask me, Aggie, how the heck I can combine like smell or, taste with learning drums? But let me explain. These senses not only play a role in how we experience the world, but they are also linked to memory and retention. That's why a study found that students who engage multiple senses while learning retain information faster. So this idea isn't just for musicians, it applies across all subjects. As Dr. John Medina, a leading brain researcher, said, the more senses you engage, the more you anchor information in your memory. So we can use it by animation, demonstration, sounds of the music, texture, but also using our imagination. I used to watch this workshop of great bass player who was explaining how he played this, behind the beat grooves, that he imagined that he's sitting on the beach, that there is beautiful weather, he wants to taste this great drink, you can imagine whatever drink you want. This is the way he try to get his groove, dig deep and be in the grid or behind the grid a little bit, so it's like easy and easygoing. And when I've heard about this 5S method, I was like immediately seeing this pattern. Yeah, this bass player already doing this. He's using his imagination to get in touch with a smell, probably because when you're on holidays, and of this feeling, hot weather, beautiful beach, looking forward to have my drink, cold drink. So you can imagine, you can work with your students and for fun, going out of the box, that you will imagine this kind of visions to learn some beats or learn some rhythms. And research shows that this information, when you learn something and you add multiple sensors, you retain information better. you remember the information better. So this is fascinating, and I know that it's not for everyone. I would love to hear from you, like, are you open to experiment with your students and doing this out-of-the-box methods like 5S as a part of your music experience? But the research shows, it proves, that when we hear the information, a piece of information, we will remember just like 10% 3 days later when we hear something. But when we add a picture, we will remember 65%. This is huge, And when we add more senses, this number grows. So why don't try, So what does that mean for us music educators? We have these options to encourage our students to engage all their senses, not just one. To do that in a drumming context, the easiest way is to use sight, show your students the movement or the technique, or draw a picture to make it unique, or associate the first part of the beat as for example, strawberry, and the second part as an apple, and you have these colors, you have this tools that you can use. The second one is sound, which is, of course, in our case, simple. You can record them, listen to them. Touch is also, in our music context, quite popular because we can let our students feel how to touch their sticks, like holding them really tight. And what would they feel if they hold the sticks really relaxed, and what the sound will be like. So you can combine 2 or 3 senses at the time, but with the taste, then you go on this deeper level. And as I think Miles Davis said, like, dig deep. And I think this exercise can be great exercise for you and for your students to dig deep into the music. Like, there's also so many musicians who see colors when they hear some music. I think it can be also combined with those sensors. Because of that, they imagine more, and that's why they feel the music in a deeper level. There are also scents that are like focus driven, so you can check out like lavender to your practice room to make your students, be more focused on. Use your imagination to activate their sense, because it's also work. When you smell, I don't know, mint, you can imagine that you are feeling, this fresh groove, which is like minty one. I know this is out of the box, and I know you can say like, Aggie, are you crazy? How can we combine this 5S method to our students? They will think like we are crazy. But research shows that this method really works. So have fun, let the results speak for themselves. And a Harvard study found that students who use multiple sensory learning improved their performance by 30% in just a few weeks. So it's not about practicing more, but it's about practicing smarter, and definitely engaging sight, sound, touch, and even smell. You create a holistic learning environment where students can grow. As Albert Einstein said, the only source of knowledge is experience. So when we allowed our students to experience music with all their senses, we give them the tool to truly learn. It's not just about, playing the right note, but it's also about feeling the music with every part of who they are. We as an educators we cannot put our, students into just one learning category. The learning styles can be different. Mix it up. Remember, these 6 learning styles and 5S method can be super beneficial for your students. I would really love to hear from you. Have you ever tried incorporating sensory elements into your teaching? What are your tips to make your students learn faster? I would love to hear from you and meet you in the comment section. And if you want to download full 12 pages instructions, how to find which type of style suits your student best, check the links below. And if you want to turn your drumming into drumming business that generates 10K a month or more, check the next video here.